Okie dokie. Hello, hello. It's Pugorly again. Also, I went to the game dev meetup today, and it was, hey, go try this game. We've been working really hard on this, and this is the last hurrah for our studio. So it's like, yeah, okay, I could play the game. I could try the game. And I figured also I have an ability to record it pretty easy with the stream, so might as well. That's. Oh, and then the ads are gonna run. Do I want to start the game? I guess I could dig through the options menu and then say, no, it doesn't have this one option. Oh, reset to defaults. It does have it. That's the story that was told, was that there was a journalist that tried to play one of the games and then didn't find a reset to defaults button and then quit. That was just immediately just said, nope, based on a single missing option. This all seems fine. Yeah, Epic. Ah, there is a motion blur off. VSync? Do I want the VSync on or off? I'll turn the motion blur off, though. Gotta keep the Total Biscuit memory alive. You gotta go to the options menu first. Sun breaks through yeah, this was kind of interesting where they had modern English versus period English, and I was like, I've done some more. Oh, and fast forward is Q. But I've read some classical literature. I could attempt to do a period English. Possibly. Maybe. Kind of, sort of. We'll see. We'll see how badly I butcher it or not. Okay, WASD, left shift. Interact with F. Which I guess I could switch it to E if I really wanted to. Secondary interact is C. Okay. I think I'm more of an E guy than a C guy. But I do want to remember Q, because like I do like fast forwarding battle. I'm mostly trying to kill the 5 minutes before the ads run. Skip on X, which I want to give this a full look at. That's really where we're at. And again, I said no streams in October, and here I am, very much breaking that rule. But yeah, so far giving me some, I guess, Inscription vibes, or maybe Inkshade vibes, or maybe there's enough here that I want the to click on stuff. Nobody would notice or care, but I think it just has very much that adventure game vibe where I'm like, oh, gotta click on all the things. Mostly, I'm just killing time till ads. Is this about the stone that killed 2 birds? The killing stone? So because there's a bird here? I don't actually know what the killing stone, I don't know what the titular stone is and how it does the killing. But I know this is a auto battler. I guess I could just show the Steam page. Or even the demo. Which is weird that on Steam that the demo does not link back to. Or I don't know, it seemed to be hard to, like, you have to search for the demo page. You can't just go to the game page. Yeah, but here's the download the demo, which I can download it, but then learn more. Okay, that's where it is. That seems kind of small, personally, but that's a thing on Steam. Okay, yeah, I saw this where I'm like, okay, it's just got some Super Auto Pets vibes, some Inscription vibes, some Inkshade vibes, of which I still haven't played Inscription. Now here I am playing a second game that is Inscription. I got some Inscription vibes. And yet have not played Inscription. Although I think I would like it. Oh, okay, so this does have its own first-person scenes, too. But yeah, this is somebody in the area near me who's working on this game and said, hey, try it out. We need to get the 10 reviews on the... wait, this is the actual page. And then here, there we go, the actual demo page. It says it's 7 reviews. So I was like, yeah, I could play it and give it a
Once
review.
in my homeland, played by mine ancient countrymen, there was a game. 2 wrestlers squared off over a stone of a special name, Fanghella. Each man aims to throw his opponent over the stone and split his spine.
Wow, hardcore. But that's what it's about. That's what the game is. And ads are starting. Okay. So now I can... Well, I was already prepared, but I will take the ad break. There we go. I see we're threatening to extend it a bunch, but I guess decided against it. Didn't seem like it got all that big. Okay. And then, instead of focusing on the game, I just want to complain about watching Civil War. I watched Alex Garland's Civil War, and was not into it. I was surprised that it got rated fairly well. It was sitting at like an 80%, and it was not for me.
If thy tongue wants use, subject me. I am unto thy whim a bondsman. But as wise men will one day say, in the beginning was the act. If it is action thou cravest, then to the ritual, and amen.
Well, yeah, we gotta keep hearing this. That was also part of the story, was that the voice actor did some great work, and there was a little bit of a push to get the voice in for the demo, so. Bad time to watch that movie. Well, I think it was supposed. It was weird because it was supposed to be a, I don't know, a movie called Civil War was surprisingly apolitical. It was just images of war, of, you know, Americans shooting Americans without any kind of. They did not explain who was fighting who for what reasons. Basically, they kind of glossed over the important part of why people go to war, and that kind of. And then there was just a lot of really weird decisions from the characters of like, oh, I'm gonna go run out into the line of fire, and then without a bunch of equipment that I was wearing earlier in the movie. Just seemed odd to me. I was not a fan. Okay, but let's read this and then I can go back to complaining about a movie that I saw. You press the figure uncertainly, trying in vain to orient yourself in this uncompassed dark. Wittenberg College, your office, was it not? Can I do the, like, draw there? A mysterious parcel left on your desk. Within, a box strangely familiar. Numbly, you had skinned the receipt, retaining nothing beyond a state of Marican Vanguard. Oh boy. Herein as the deceased. Your ancient mentor, dead. In her shadow, false and true seem weightless evocations. Oh my goodness, I am having a hard time with this. She left this box to you. On instinct, you reached for the clasp. Then, an uncanny light which seemed somehow to notice you.
From angeled time thou art sudden scaped. All hail and welcome.
I am not, in fact, a
Hast
paid
thou
voice actor.
soul?
Hast thou a soul? Your presence would seem to strongly indicate a yes. I can prove no such thing. Yeah, I have no confidence. I have no spine.
Thou hast, or I would see thee not. But content, let's call thy new soul my gift, with love deliver it.
You're gonna take it anyway? Soul that I don't have?
In all thy mortal world, there is but one game worth the candle. If thou wouldst play, ask thyself but this: hast thou the art? Hast thou the
You're asking
will
if I have game?
to beat the
Do you have
devil?
game to beat the devil?
If thou couldst know how oft I have been answered
we'll see.
yes, thou wouldst stand amazed.
The figure gestures at an altar-like table and speaks no more. But I can press F to talk? Why are you missing an eyeball? Oh. The one-eyed entity in fact offers nothing more. Okay. Well then. This uncompassed darkness is a bit much. We shall
Dost
begin
see?
the ritual.
Here is the table.
Oh, and now here
And
they are saying more.
the game. In this place, we play for souls.
Oh, do I have to do a run back to my corpse when I die?
Here is my wager. The soul of Marican. Thou dost hereby swear to act as final executor of thy late mentor's pact. In all trials or contests unresolved, wilt thou play on her behalf?
Oh, I didn't even look at the dad joke there. Okay, I need to bump up the volume just a bit on my end. It seems to be okay on the stream. They say Dodger Stadium can hold up to 56,000 people, but that's just a ballpark figure. I get it.
Thou hast mine eye, by thy dead witch bequeathed. 'Twill serve for thy stake in this test of bona fides, and keep the both of us honest.
My soul is a bunch of eyeballs? It's growing. Why is it growing? It's because I'm talking into the microphone. It's my game. It's my jam game.
Now, prove thou art no impostor. Face Valravin, first familiar to
Valravin.
learned Marakin, and confirm thyself her pupil.
The figure indicates a signature line on this ritual document. The package from... I didn't catch the names at all. American contained a strangely vicious-looking ring with a nib at its tip. The purpose is obvious. Owie. They have an actual contraption for a blood pact specifically? Wait, so it's doing a 1 and then... It goes to 1 and then 4 and then 2 and then... Back to... Why is it bouncing around like that?
By all the eyes of hell and heaven, are we to each
Oh, heaven,
unto
okay.
the other bound. Until the trial's done, and game be won, let no mortal soul from this table rise.
Oh, is it like sitting and standing? Because the devil appears to be standing. A great pale bird hops forward. An albino corvid, quite rare. It trills strangely and seems to speak, not in words, yet you intuit the meaning. No, can I do crow noises? Wherefore mock trial? 'Tis plainly the one forenamed. Yet if I must perforce, I'll fledge the witch. Lo, stranger, scrute the case in brief and make thine argument. That was a terrible that was just terrible noises in general. This ritual binds you and the demon together in contest by contract. Click on the battle above your lope to begin. I do not know these words of which you say. Battle against a weak enemy. Or a weak enemy, or a weak enemy? Dost thou requirest me to go here first? Can I hop around? Well, no, okay. Trivial battle. Well, let's see. I can fuck it up. Have no doubt. To win this contractual battle, you must reduce the health of your opponent's eye to 0. If you reach 0, you lose. When your turn starts, you drop to 5 cards, which you then play on the battle line. Select a card with your mouse. They all appear to be the same thralls. We do number 5. These cards are all creatures, which get placed on the battle line and fight when your turn ends. Place one now in the available spot with that. The middle? Oh, okay. It's just high. This thing moving was throwing me off. Okay. Just put it in the middle. That's what it's saying. Cards cost action points to play and refill on your next turn. Play thralls until you run out of energy. Okay, the circles say. Here, you can have a friend in front. You can have a friend. Oh, you can squeeze him in a lot of places. Well, then in the middle, I suppose. When you run out of mana, or did it say mana or energy, or what was the thing? You can end your turn with space to enter the resolve phase and let your creatures attack. During resolve, creatures attack and deal wounds equal to their strength to the first non-ally they face. Which happens to be right in the lobe? Was that what this was? Or right in the soul? Oh, or the one-eye avatar, I suppose, from Valraven? I missed that. The Fangella divides the board. You can only place creatures on your side and vice versa. Oh, as in once this fills up, I cannot place more creatures? Interesting. But then, well, but okay, well, we'll see how that... So they can play 4 and I can play 4. All creatures have health and will die if they're... If the blood... If their health reduces to 0. Yeah. Oh, if the damage. There we go. Something like that? Keep playing thralls until you run out of room. Oh, 1. 2. My battle line is full? That looks like I have another slot there, though. If you end your turn with unspent energy, energy will roll over to the next turn. Handy. Yay, you've defeated the opponent, but minions are only an aspect of the greater advocate. Proceed to the next battle. Another trivial battle. That was actually pretty trivial, but it is the tutorial here. Beneath each eye is a wounds preview. Oh, that's what that was saying. Place a creature on the battle line to see the preview change. -2. As in, it does 2 damage to the here? Okay. The damage seen here will happen during the resolve phase, and your turn to see it happen. Okay. Get poked. The demon played a new kind of creature. Focus on it with your mouse to see its details. Has overreach. Overreach has a special keyword, tunnel. Creatures with the skip. Creatures with that icon skip the first valid target when attacking. Attacks hit the eye directly if there's nothing to skip. So you have bypasses the first asset in front of it when attacking. The first asset in front of it, though. So it only jumps past 1. But they went with tunnel as opposed to, like, jump. Rude. The slash preview means this creature will die at the end of the turn. Okay, do I still want to... I could still summon some horsies. Okay, some celestial projections, rather. Oh man, what's his face? Who's the stretchy arm guy from Street Fighter? Dull seam, there we go. A very dull seam there. Can I click you? Man, the painterly style on these 3D assets is heckin' cool. Okay, let's go save the mentor, I suppose. I regret sitting and watching a movie. My back was feeling heckin' good today, and then I sat at the meetup, and then I sat and watched a movie, and now my back is unhappy again. Not particularly so, but just a tad. Your new card, Spark, is an invocation, a spell that affects the board but isn't placed on it. Select Spark now with your mouse. Use Spark on an eye. Deal 1 damage, 1 something or other, to any target. Get poked. The rest of your hand is all thralls, which seems unlucky. Select the draw pile with the mouse to see if you've got anything better waiting. I have a bunch of horsies and some more sparks. This shows your remaining deck in random order. In random order? Seems pretty ordered to me. When this is empty, the graveyard reshuffles into it. Use the back button to leave. You draw up to 5 cards every turn. You can then hover and use right click to discard one, hopefully making space for a better card next turn. to discard 1? Or... Okay, yeah. Get rid of a thrall then. And continue your turn and press the end turn button to proceed. Which I guess, yeah, they do have multiple options for doing it, which I like. Because then I can just use the mouse, and then I don't gotta worry about the keyboard, but either or. Also rude. Now it does this to any target. Or would I want to... No, you have enough damage and health. Oh, see, I always read these as damage and health. Wait, oh, is it backward here? Or it's two different versions here. It's damage here, health here, and then this has health here, damage here. So when I place this, is this a 2-3? Yes. I am not a fan of that. If you regret a move, you can undo it with the undo button. You can undo any move until you end your turn. So I will undo it simply because it told me to. But I did like the horsey actually. Oh, and then you'll eat the damage unless I done murderify you. So let's do that. And then I have the energy, and the battle line is clear enough, right? So everybody now. I don't know why the devil wanted to play this game so bad. They're just getting wrecked. Oh, and then I have no more cards? Okay, I do have cards, but... Again, don't eat my extra damage here. Attack! The bird interrupts to address your devilish foe. Sounds! Must needs all this pomp and puffery! Then, someone sing-song. Doth thine one good eye not suffice to see? Here's the foretold maven, else I'm not me!
Winged knave of no colour plumed, go to. This exam is by hest of thy mistress, whose likeness thou seemst to voice, yet roundly failed to list. And rhyme not thus, Skvab, save by the homophony of silence. Else will I see my cap new feathered.
I suppose I'm not gonna rhyme skfab thus with anything. The bird stiffens. Whatever the masked adversary may truly be behind this shape, Valraven seems far warier of it than his words suggest. That is the crow again, though, right? Wilt thou conversed with our guest in new civility or candor? Hast thou not a reputation for't?
Content. We may commune in comfort now, if thou wilt.
So there was the raven or no? We gotta listen to the delicious voice here.
Thou art the shape of joy infleshed. Oh, to match at last, sweet sinner to the sin. The late Marican named thee her pupil. Shouldst thou by ritual trial prove thou art the one chosen by the witch, then like that box presently will I, and all the world, to thee ope. The second ritual test awaits, unless thou hast questions.
Creating a 3D model of a hand right now for the maze game. Hands are Willard. That's cool. I mean, I've seen a few different indie games, or maybe not a few, but I've definitely seen a couple indie games that have done the, like, here's a picture of my hand, and that's the what I use as the model. I don't know if that's, I think you've got enough 3D model stuff that probably don't need a picture thing, but it is kind of neat to see the, like, just here's my hands. Yeah, I know that there was definitely a marketing beat for somebody where they were like, okay, every item in the game is pictures of my hands doing things, which is neat. So, it is true. Marican is dead. She has willed me her arcane secrets, but are you the catch? You said this is your eye. Waggle, strange lantern. What more do you know of Marican? Let us resume the ritual contest. Its mysteries begin to reveal themselves to me. Well, we gotta hear all the voice lines.
Oh, Maven, we are all of us ensnared. Should Marikin's debts unto the house be settled in full, and thereafter sums residual stand ope to claimants, thou art thereby to all scholarly holdings entitled, tomes, servants, artifacts, et al.
Oh, well then we gotta win the game against the devil. I wanna get a tome and a servant and a, well, I guess multiple tomes and servants and artifacts. And a bit of everything else. Impossible in my case. The hand is not your hand, but an enemy crawling on the ground, so an image would be weird. Oh, okay. So more like the Legend of Zelda hands that fall from the ceiling kind of thing, not a first-person hand thing. I was thinking like for grabbing stuff, not for hands to be grabbing you. Servants. Are you such a one? Much is rumored. We're gonna go and just completely say, yeah, you look like a servant. Her library was said to contain, well, the secrets of creation itself. If this ritual test will make you more open, let us begin now. I want to insult. We gotta insult him.
Eager art thou, if a shade green. Patience. E'en as I now thee behold, thou seemst to ripen. Pass the test, and thou wilt know me in the round. Still, what be the harm in a little taste?
E'en now as I thee behold, thou seemest to ripen. Are you calling me old, or are you calling me more experienced?
Shouldst thou by Funghella trial best Valravin, first familiar to Marikin? Thou wilt be proffered his services as an advanced retainer fee to ensure thine arrival to the site of her death. More than this much, I cannot yet say. Now, shouldst thou die before thy tasks complete, thine own soul wilt to forfeit fall, unless some undisclosed advocate steps forth on thy behalf.
This mask is already winking. Yet here you notice it
The
anew.
second ritual test awaits. Unless
Okay,
thou
wait,
hast
yeah, let's
quest-
ask the rest of the
Oh,
questions.
Some of us hath seen too much. Not my first face this, nor among my faces first. 'Tis not e'en the first by thine own Marikin gifted me. Alas, it doth seem now the last.
How revealing. Care to wager the other? I could have a set. Oh, is it? No, that was the one blue eye was the one soul. But here, let's double it before we even start. Bathe him in light. By all powers, principalities, thrones, and dominions, I defy you, Satan, to be gone! Using, wait, your own soul against Satan? I don't know how effective that is. Which face answers the question straight out? If the test will reveal him, let us begin. Okay. Do I double down before I've even played a full round? Or do I just, I kind of want to continue to insult him.
Satan is a job, child, and mine hath to it more sport. Were I here to thee accuse, I'd say thou dost live a lie. Under what name did they tenure thee? Cenodoxus the Younger, wast?
Cenodoxus the Younger?
As well
A
call
specific
thyself
character
Simon
name, I suppose?
Magus. By invoking its source, thou dost flaunt the Deutschlanders' ignorance of their own legend. Admit it to thyself or no, thou art of our party, Doctor. The second ritual test
Okay,
awaits. Ere her death in exile, a maven of all 7 liberal arts.
liberals? What are those exactly?
Witches alleged would she oft defend, and in final irony did one herself become. Surely thou didst suspect. To reprise, Marican's will did testify unto a famulus, or star pupil.
Famulus, that's a word I know not.
As by the scant few tests remaining thou must prove. 'Tis she who by milk of mind hath mothered thee, yea, made thee heir to all her secret arts. Yet, to claim it all,
How much magic
from
do I know?
hell itself must thou winst back her soul. The second ritual
Okay,
test
the
awaits.
second ritual can begin. I've asked all the questions. now I'm gonna read all this as ravens. No, Maven, not Raven. Let us resume the ritual contest. Its mysteries begin to reveal themselves unto me. Ah, yes. Begin the ritual. I know not what all of these connecting lines are. This confounds me. Select a temporary boon to improve your odds. I would like to do that. Here you can choose a boon, a special effect that will help you until the ritual ends. Boons stack with each other, so it's always better to take one if offered. So max health, heal 1 in every combat start, or heal 2 wounds when your entire deck is cycled during battle. I know not whether I want to do a thin deck or not. And I don't want to go for max health, I don't feel like. Well, we'll go with this one instead. That's fun. That's really fun. A signature with a little bit of blood for each confirm button. That's gonna be so much bleeding, but I suppose that's why there's a tool for such a thing. Is this the ritual proper? No. You can place any creature in reserve above another creature ready to join the battle when the first one falls. Place Celestial Projection now on the battle line. The placement slot above our Celestial Projection represents a space for reserve. Place Comet Archer there. But does that attack, or does this thing have to be moved first? Unlike the creatures on the battle line that host them, reserved creatures don't normally attack or get hit in combat. And your turn to see your attack. Odd. It's a very curious mechanic. Now, are there things that can attack within the... Oh, we played that thing. Okay. That's fine. That's also fine, I suppose. That's a little less fine. Some creatures have special abilities when they deploy from reserve. Okay. Like Anchor of Faith. Played in the Comet Archer's Reserve now. It attacks immediately and gives attacks immediately and gives enemy neighbors -1 when deployed from reserve. -1 attack. Okay. I dost have energy for thou, and I would like to pop that ability. Oh, did this have a... I did not check what attack this had. The opponent symbol I means this effect applies to your enemy eye, so in this case, thorns will strike your creatures and your Maven eye. Deal 1 damage to all enemy creatures and eyeball. Let's just deal that. Oh, rude. Just gonna poke me from there. Oh, okay, this had the tunnels. I would like you to die first. I do not have the thing, so we do that, rather. Bypasses the first asset in front of it when attacking. Enemy or ally? Or both. So, I dost wish to test this. Although, this will to die to this. And then there's nothing to bypass anyway. I lied. Might I undo what I did? For this has 2 damage. No. It doth not matter. This has 1 health. Yeah, okay. A very hard enemy. Wait a second, I thought these battles were all trivial. That was very hard. Excuse me. Aggression is a chant. Chants must be played in reserve and are discarded when they hit the battle line. Aggression must be played in reserve and are discarded when they hit the battle line. Because it's host +1. Does something unique in the resolve phase when creatures attack. I doth, not doth. Then I doth play that there. Oh, this needs not be when the enemy is attacking or not. Every creature on the battle line loses 1 attack. That doth work out pretty dang well for you. That's just health damage, though. This doth not stack, right? It doth. Wait. Let's. Oh no! Can I undo that? There we go. Your celestial projection is damaged. You can replace it by selecting a card and then selecting a figure on the board. Replacing a host keeps their reserves. You can replace it by selecting a card, then selecting a figure on the board. Replacing a host keeps their reserves. Oh, well, okay, let's try that just simply because I can swap it. Oh, okay, it does not keep the reserve. It keeps the reserve for that slot, not on the card. Okay, that makes more sense. You doth attack and kill that. Oh, and then that was the question was... No, that doth swap. I did it again. Undo. Ay. Okay, I guess we put the common archer. That's gonna tunnel past the... I don't want that common... Okay, so that. It's not really gonna do much, but... No, wait, you're gonna... This is gonna attack, that's gonna attack, but that is not gonna... Okay, yeah, no, I think I want it in this order. I think they be lying to me. This does not appear to be a very hard boss battle. You rude bastard. That's gonna do 4. It has 5 health. I doth not have a thing to kill you. And you only have 3 health. Why is this thing so buffed? I dislike this. No, it only has 1 health. It has 1 health. This is going to do 4 attack, meaning it's going to kill it. Okay, that's what that's saying. Why doth this have health on it? Because this is the energy cost. Also, this has a bunch of extra slots here, too. Oh, each of these things may have up to 3 different abilities. Curiouser and Curiouser. might I do thus again? Reserve is rather interesting to me. Get buffed, get killed. Get wrecked. I shall save thee. Shoot, I am not picking up the names at all. I knew thou wert no charlatan. 'Tis mine honor to serve thee, maven, and to fly his company. If I okay, no, we're
No counterfeit art thou, a maven true, and pupil to infamed Marikin. For in each hand thou placed, I see hers. Now ends the sportive joust, and begins the earnest duel.
ah.
Thy which
That is a
believed
shy.
thou couldst outgamble me, as upon a stone in earth redoubted, break my back upon thy will. I, in whose blood the first ere pact was penned, who for thy game of souls carved chessmen from the teeth of time. At thy journey's end, seek me out, and we shall see.
He places a small effigy of you in a traveling kit near what appears to be a model house, as one might use with dolls. Well, see you later, bub. Yeah, okay, that is neat. That was also what we discussed, was that if you turn up the brightness too much, the disappearing into the darkness is a little harder to do. Again, is this the crow? Oh, this isn't saying the name of the character on the front of the text there, is it? North be thy faithful voyage, lo, twixt that pursuant eye and I, hence shall thy way be loomed. Goodness me. In darkness shalt thou meet him next, and as adversaries, alas, expect thee no quarter. Soon wilt thou miss the warmth of his first fond embrace. Follow me. The crow voice is
My
degraded.
apprentice, my sin eater, and final friend. In death, I
Oh my
beg
goodness.
of thee one last favor. That most fateful game I once taught thee is not yet won. All did I wager, and lost more still. Now I fear thine art must exceed mine own. The Svangard family stands at hazard now, and the house doth intend to collect. Prithee, visit my kinsmen in their exile, and shield them from my wretched curse. Thou
I
needst not love them,
forgot there was a whole
but even
other
the
section.
worst of us deserveth a happier fate than this. And, oh Maven, to speak me plain, 'tis thou alone whom I entrust to beat the devil. Mariken's Vanguard.
I do find it a bit odd that she said her own name. I mean, it feels like it could have been sincerely as in a letter as opposed to a la a Pokemon. 'Tis I, Gnomeable, playing the Killing Stone. Vacant not? I doth not know the proper speech. Mine mind does wonder. So, I doth not have the ability to talk like this. Perchance, may pet the doggy. Doggy, may you be pet? Or might you be a guard dog? And this tis not going to work out. Thy pooch seems friendly. My kindred. My health. Misery to mine enemies. Oh my goodness. Somebody was really wishing a lot of misery upon thine enemies. There's what? 4 stones for the kindred. There's 3 stones for health. And an overflowing amount for misery to enemies. I can't, like, pick up a stone and, like, can I add some to my health? I would like my health to improve. I just keep complaining about how old I am. Instagram was even giving me ads of, like, if you try to, like, move in a certain way, if your knees are crunching, if you're, it's like, if you can't sit down like such, you're already, I think it was doing a little bit of that Wii Fit age, too. It's like, you're really old already. Luckily, when I sat down, I was like, okay, nope, I'm still good. I've got the flexibility still. Oh. Tis what we looking at here, boy? Or girl? Or dog? Pooch? Oop. Oh, it's just the wind. Just a mite scary. Are you gonna bleed into the thing to power the light there? Now suddenly a demon dog? I'm... a tad confused. What was all that about? Doggy turned into a demon there for a second? Oh, I... Maven, forgive me. I think I did not greet thee properly. Oh, this is Mr. Chops, not... Oh, Mr. Chops can now speak? Is this, do I have a voice? Do I have an accent? You greeted me properly, as might a dog. If you can hear me, know that dogs do not talk. And do not acknowledge his unwholesome congress. No, it's... I believe all dogs can talk. They just don't get a great way to vocalize it, so... I did a high-pitched voice for the crow. I have no clue what kind of voice I would want to do for Mr. Chops here. Oh, pray, save the flattery till by works I earn it. Chops will come o'er full abashed, and loosen his tongue again. What was that? That's the smell of ash, thou knowest then. Mine old I don't know what a dog voice would be. What is it? Squirrel? Squirrel? Mine old mistress is dead, and since I have no clue what that word is. I had mine own self forgot, yet I am remember. Oh, I am late. Come, prithee, her family awaits us. Okay. The devil gave the dog the ability to talk? Is that what I was supposed to understand from that? Also, was this... Oh, this is somebody... This is... supposed to be somebody's tracks through the snow here? Or is this... a little confused as to why it's 2 different tracks. They got a little muddied here. I know not what that is. The dog instinctively guides you through the crumbling mains, sniffing and chuffing about as if he too were seeing it anew. This house was richly appointed once, but signs of isolation and decay have mounted slowly over decades. The light seems clustered in too few rooms. This is a dwelling for a great clan, yet the sheer silence belies that utterly. Ahead, a few souls stand in a loose cluster, and behind them, the blessed promise of firelight. You suppress a sudden urge to rush past them and collapse upon the hearth. A big man of some 70 years steps forward to greet you. Mr. Chops emanates a small, friendly whine at the sight. Oh wait, I thought they said there was a nice fire behind the clan here, the crew here. Also, for some reason, my brain saw the little clasp there as like hands, as in like putting the hands up and trying to hold onto the jacket with hand. That is hands there. Yeah, okay, you are holding your hands there. This seems a bit high to be holding the jacket. But I suppose that works. Let's finish talking to you. The dog whimpers good-naturedly, seeming for a moment no more than an excitable beast. And there's a cat to talk to as well? There's so many characters to talk to. Also, I thought we were going to be playing a game here. Volum. The man takes in your mask, your strange case. Agath, ifeth her guest, I, such as was her will, instructed me to expect thee, and not thy name, just maven, then. Of our great house, these few are nigh all who doth remain. High ye's Svanguards pray, be remembered of how to greet a guest. This is my... Rasmin, to hear father tell't thou art... For God, balls! I'm having fun trying to read this, but this is... I know not how to read this well. Rasmin, to hear father tell it, thou art our family far come indeed. 'Tis past uncommon to chance upon another soul in exile, and to wilful thou'st... Why, 'tis rarity redoubled. Welcomen. They inspect your vestments, your case and mask unhurried. Some quiet paradoxes here. You feel keenly measured, and yet unjudged. An Inuk woman steps forward and curtsies briefly, after a look at the large fellow for confirmation. It is impossible not to notice the cross around her neck, her covered hair. In Germany or Denmark she would draw eyes, but not for her clothes. You are far from both. This is her people's land. What prompted such effort? My wife, Nika. Not off so silent, I assure thee. A hasty half-laugh. They both look back to him. Absurdly in the silence. The dog does, too. He rests his red-lined eyes on a specific bit of nothing. Then, abruptly, seems to recall that he, too, has a name. And Volum Svangard am I. My grandmother lieth below the house in the grotto. When the long morning night doth lapse, Martin Svangard shall sea-buried be, and as one of the old Danes, request. Yet ere that honor thou wilt, see to her soul, yes? Ah, but peace I overstep. Proceed, seest fit. Welcome to Venkenot? Oh my goodness. No playing game today. You first have to talk to the entire family and their relative pets, and to the pets' relatives. It seems like it. Well, I don't have to. I am going out of my way to do so. All retreat to the den, unlikely unsure what to expect of you. Characters with chat bubble have something to say. When you are ready to advance the game, go to the question. Go to the quest marker. I wish to experience the fullness of the game, of which there appears to be, for an indie game, a fair bit. For a AAA game, ooh. Oh, do I just run that fast now? No, okay. Oh, this is just toggle sprint? Okay, it's toggle sprint. Interesting. I wish to peruse the house before chatting it up with. I keep wanting to switch between the two. I still didn't catch her name. Maraven is the character's name, and then let's see, America, and Morgott, and Melania, and Renala, and Radagon, and are these actual pieces of art, or are these art that has been put through a shader to make it look like a painting? Or what? Wow, that is a lot of bighorn elk kind of things. Okay. Oh, weary? Wait, no, I was just exploring. Weary, you survey the small guest room. It smells of old pipe smoke, and beneath that, some residual deep-soiled thing. An atavistic ferment, long come to dust. It is oddly comforting. No doubt when this house offered shelter to American. There we go, American is the name. Maven. Maven's the character's name, American. Okay, goodness. No doubt when this house offered shelter to American's full exiled house. Families, servants, and myriad bondsmen. Some few would come away from the lounge next to the door to confer upon private matters herein. You set down your case delicately to preserve all Americans' instruments of arcane inquiry. The box, the lantern, your inheritance, with promise of more. The paraphernalia of future trials, these, yet no further documentation upon which to employ them. Surely American's will is somewhere on the premises. The lantern and eye stay on your person. After another drop of blood to feed both. The concept of sleep brushes the back of your eyes, gentle, insinuating, but it must wait. So much yet to discover. It is 8:30. The sleep is brushing my eyes a bit, but I press onward. Actually, it's 8:30 and I wasn't so sleepy there. The game noticed you were not talking to someone. You look like you're exploring. We can't have that. Go back to chatting. If thou insist. No, everything has this painterly aesthetic to it. Somewhat? It's an interesting shader effect, I'm assuming? I know not. But I do know somebody who I could ask. The cat's eyes meet yours. As with the other animals here, you seem to conjure thoughts in keeping with each punctuating meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. We're just not gonna translate it. Meow, 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 meow. It's because I don't want to come up with yet another voice. I don't have that many voices on me. Behold, the reserve, as if from the very sky, but soft by those war horn hither called, an eye on both banners shall black mist or cast, and place her bets. It's the wrong voice. Totally. Oh, and she, yeah, no, she pointedly does not want you walk away. I didn't pay attention to anything that was just said. Can I repeat that? I was not reading it at all. The cat's fur seems to blow in a breeze you neither hear nor feel, a lustrous silver gray that the eye could fall into. It watches the strange tableau before you, calculating. I should have just stuck with meow, 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 meow. And then do dog noises. Growl, 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 growl. What's the other one? I know there's a few different noises for dogs, as opposed to, like, there's bark. Bark, 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 I think is the English version. And then growl, 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 I think is Spanish. And somebody could probably tell me what the German version of a dog bark is. For I know not. For I know not many things. I know very little. here unobserved. Again, the dog speaks. For shame to leave a sleeper unwatched, with poor mistress dead below. Wouldst thou see to her vigil, maven? Till thou needst me to be a bondman, I shall see. I'll see me to his. Okay, you're gonna just stay here, is what you're saying? Why, with her soul in such a state, any stinkerous all the spirit might be jostled free and fly up my boy's sweet nose. A lick for luck. I'll give in now. Mr. Chops hesitates as you step back. His warm, guileless eyes meet yours. I'll miss you. Thanks? You don't seem like you're doing very well. The boy has a farmer's color, but you see more than a mere trace of this land's native Inuit. In his lineage passed down from Volum and Nika. Surely they are too old to have been his parents. Who is missing? Regardless, this family has indeed been long away from Europe. By now numb, perhaps, to scandal. Okay, good. I'm glad the boy didn't. Woof, woof, woof. Ah, okay. Versus growl, 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 and bark, 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 and bow, bow. I don't even I don't know if that's Japanese or if that's just Hololive. Bow, 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 bow. I can't. I'm doing the intonation wrong. Bow, bow. Also, that is. Okay, there be not much else to poke at. Although, I, after playing Inkshade, believe that it is a tad necessary to poke at all the things, for perhaps there is extra units to be had. Although it does not appear to be the case in this place. Do you speak? You do speak. I don't know if I could. I have no clue what I would do for a voice here. The woman gestures to herself, not quite touching her chest. Nika, no need and nothing. That just sounds a bit caveman to me, and that's not the voice to be doing here. Perfunctory smile, hands out, open, and then half closed. Do not worry, they convey. Okay. She doth not wish to talk. They watched you descend the stairs. Asleep, did mouth. Soft cipher at the Coptic? Nay, sworn would be that I heard well. We thought him not so fitful restless as to play the autodidact, but 'tis not the strangest humour that runneth in our blood. What now? The kid was just... You're not friends with the kid upstairs? Is that what I'm getting from this? As you chat, they flit between the fire and the stairs, as if looking on the mouth whilst perhaps avoiding a creaky step. Noticing you, they add, Winter is a siege of silence here. Treble for so small a child. That we'll see. Okay, so that was saying that the younger kid there was not doing too hot. There's someone who's been trying to reach the Farlands in Minecraft, the point where the world generation broke in the version before a world border was added. Oh, Minecraft has a world border? I thought it was still the Farlands. Right, glitches. They've been traveling for the past 14 years. Today they'll reach it, so I'm in that stream as well as the present at that event. That seems like a much more interesting thing to be doing. Not that this game is bad, but a historic event like that. That's something like I was not around for the Twitch Plays Pokemon, but I definitely heard about it. In college there. But for that occasion, staying awake a bit longer. Yeah, no, feel free to go watch somebody walk into the Farlands. Is it, like, very obvious that you're in the Farlands? I thought it was like it slowly, gradually, progressively broke down. That's the fact that they know exactly that. Also, 14 years? It takes that long to just walk out to the Farlands? I thought this was something that was a little less... I guess it's good programming on the part of I don't know who would have done that at that point. I'm assuming that's Notch and Jens Bergen? Bergenson? I don't remember who the other guy was who did Minecraft originally, but... Soft. No further pomp. I'll plague thee, Maven. No handed instructions, introductions. Goodness. No handed introductions, Years in exile now, neither herald nor page in long arm shot yet. When a true stranger asks my name, still agape stand I, awaiting my cue by some phantom trumpetry. He seems to immediately regret the candor and clears his throat. We hath, by my hest, gathered here in common sight since the event. He seems to force the blunt truth out some resistance, against some resistance. Her death discovered. What little will American left unto us spoke of quaint burial practice and vigil duty in keeping with ancient custom. And we Svanguards will mourn as one. He frowns, some fear of inquisition even here. Did they feel odd about burying their mom, I guess? It's just a point where the terrain stops normally generating and instead just giant walls with holes reaching to the maximum build height. Okay, so it is a very obvious thing. I thought it was just the world just didn't generate correctly, not that it generated as... Or I thought it had, like I said, I thought it was a more progressive breakdown. Instead of just, it stops with essentially giant walls, but not actual, like, world boundaries. Since that morn, grandson Melth, mine, hath likely felt him unduly cooped. Mind a race too, with questions about earthly perishment. A maven is many forms of doctor. Volum seems to know this and feels obliged to share any information relevant to family health. Lad came over somewhat insomniac. At length he fell asleep upstairs. Thou mayst pass it on the way to the guest room. Softly, prithee, grant him oblivion's brief grace. Oblivion? That's you're calling sleep? The sweet oblivion? That seems more like the permanent sleep of death. Was there a way to sleep and save, perchance? Or is that not available to me? And watching someone walk in one direction for a long time is not the most interesting thing. Well, but it is a momentous occasion, and it depends on what the person is doing, because they could, you know, here I am walking in a single direction, and as such, I continue to say that it is on the streamer to make the stream interesting, not necessarily that the object of the stream, the game or the activity is what the it's making the stream interesting. Now, it definitely helps when there is an interesting subject of the stream, but I think it is on the streamer to make it interesting. My stream is more interesting. Well, this is a new game, and I'm working on my voice acting here, so yeah, it might be a bit more interesting than watching a guy walk off into the distance. Or a person, rather. I don't actually know who is doing this. Okay, so this is American. And the character is Maven. And this is a Raven. I be a tad a mite confused here. Seekest thou the contract? The soul of infamid American, in blood pact inscribed, and by force sworn, and damned to hell is she. By war of wills we must win her back. We'll seize her soul and try our hand at tug-o'-war, till all hell black foemen lose their grip. Mark the time, 28 absconding hours have we. How much is that? 28? 28 hours? To sever the pact American. Nay, now 27. Wait, we're losing time that fast? Fell Raven ruffles his feathers in brief confusion. But wherefore the smirking fiends to lay her aunt hither, dispatched to take up her pall, and unto the loveless pit bear her hence. Maven, our newest associate, Mr. Chops. must needs access thy official familiar for a spell, whilst I o'erlope these documents. Valraven emits a strange, distinctly non-avian whistle. The sound causes your bones to seem suddenly very present, distinct, and separate. The feeling fades. When it does, the dog has already reached the grotto, whining a little. Do please bond with him, Maven. When I'm able, I'll offer you a choice of my services as well. What services exactly? Making my bones feel funny? I don't know if that's what I want. Why would I want my bones to feel funny? Long hath I pride me, a bird not to repetition trained, but to utter truth unfailing, they'd say. Valraven doth speak, what is he, and what of ought not? Goodness. Yet tonight, strained in I... I don't know how to do even or n. Yet tonight, strain in I to word mine own witness, behold, the remains American, immortal. Oh, that's unfortunate. Wait, is it immortal because the remains are here and we're trying to save her soul, or was that the actual title? Was American immortal? Maven, sorry, it is thine old chops, oh fool chops. Wanted to watch o'er the boy, and my duty plain forgot me. As the familiar who led thee into thy home, I owe thee the first bond. The worst dog am I, or I to know the art of how to sit at once in places twain. One night that Ellen lore will be mine. My bond shall ease thy burden into rituals to come. When thou doth Mr. Chops dismiss, goeth he back to his young master. Now thou should pay thy respects to mistress, for 'tis her soul we shall soon see to. Okay. Bonding with a familiar grants a unique boon during the ritual. Ah, okay. Mr. Chops fetches new cards when you discard. Later you will find others with different singular powers. Like the raven or the cat. Can I choose you as a boom? Or is it must be Mr. Chops? Well then we be Mr. Choppin'. The bird preens nervously, casting speculative glances in the direction of American's corpse while he waits for you to continue the ritual. They knew what they were doing with that one. Well, I gotta press F to pay respects.
Oh, pay me no respect, no obeisance before this empty ruin. What couldst thou still owe me? 'Tis enough that thou art here. Yet, mayhap not all of thee. I judge thee not. In this matter, you and I are a matched set.
Respect requires that I know you. I wonder now if I ever did. For now, fairly well. For a ruin, you made a resounding echo. I'll talk to myself a little further. I talk to myself
If
all the time.
ancient Mariken could answer, what wouldst thou ask?
Do you remember how you died? Or might I be forming a theory? How is it that I seem to hear you now? Is this your work or my own? My questions are for the living now. Rest well. I don't really care how I'm talking to a ghost. It doesn't matter who's doing it. I suppose let's dig into the mystery here.
Age and well salted is that wound, thanks. Ask thou instead, why die now? I seemed near the end when as a youth thou saw'st me. Did hell extend my loan, then let it lapse? Is't soon come to collect?
Still, your soul is unclaimed. Your familiars yet speak. And these gifts you left me, what should be my next step to collect them? I mean, to find out to other matters. No, give me the gifts.
Thou art a lawyer at last.
Oh
art
my
not?
goodness.
Did thy college of over-educated inaction not teach thee of our elemental firsts? Seek'st the documentation? and check the fine print.
RTFM, read the fucking manual. Okay, okay.
Shall we continue?
Goodness.
If ancient Marigen could
Wait, my soul rests on this idiot?
ask?
I'm just going through the dialogue options. I was just curious. There was another dialogue option here, though, right?
Age. And unless thou art mad, thou didst meet the devil. By whatsoe'er name was he by me hither conjured it.
Yet, if a madman or madwoman were ever to meet the devil, no one would believe them. Regarding names and the devil, is he the one mentioned in your letters? What letters? Yet if a madman or madwoman were to meet the devil, no one would believe them. I know not how that would move the dialogue along.
One eye. Mistake him not for thee, Satan. Convenience of all inquisitors. Rather, he is my Satan, as from trunk doth branch the reaching bough. For he faith, true demon
faith?
is forked and cloven, in ways undreamt by the scions of Luther.
So he's just a
Angel
Satan.
of dissent is he, an unholy fool at the profane court retained, hither bound to point out where I, like justice, may too exigently blinded be. For as any daughter of ambition doth know, hell's fivefold fathers will come for her. And soon, 'tis wise to begin her trial on her own time.
Hell has fivefold fathers?
Shall we continue? If
I
ancient
suppose we
Marigen
shall.
could
Oh, I know not
unalive,
why you did. I didn't
was
do this
made
one, right?
answerable for many crimes. Of a few was I guilty. Yet in the alleged
In?
matter
There we
of
go, it is
thy
just in.
mind's infirmity, I was at best a mere accomplice.
So I wonder if they if they recorded
Faith,
these
is
twice
not
over.
this the voice of a dead woman?
You squint at it. How does one respond to them without making the alleged problem worse?
Shall we continue?
Yes,
If
we shall.
Ancient Marigen.
My questions are for the living now.
Kind. Yet I fear that sweet sleep hath from us southern flown. Instead, do remainst vigilant, young maven. Goodbye.
Seest that? A contract immaculate, here described is the soul of a newborn infant. None. How did she? I have a sudden fear on me, all unnamed. A great rumbling sounds. Here in the grotto, mingled grains of ice and old wood are kicked up in geometrical whorls. The noise issue not from the bowels of the house, but upstairs. Voices rise in a distinct choir of panic. Avant, up, out, fly, Maven! Yeah, like the fluff and heck. Oh my goodness, there's whirls of so many things. Yeah, you hear any of that? You cannot twice abandon thee? But above and yon is something deep awry. High and go, chops is thy shadow. Okay, you're gonna follow me, is what you're saying. Well. Wait, this wasn't, Americans' fault that the house is, making noise. Also, I was expected to be doing battling, rather
Again,
than doing
I
a lot of
say,
this.
No obeisance before this empty ruin.
Okay, no, that's...
Till
no,
we are
this
anon
is the
rejoined.
same.
God.
Okay. Now we gotta go run upstairs and see what happened to the kiddo? Most likely. I know not the names of any of these characters. Oh. The den, Maven! He to thee, thy wits be thy aegis. You could just say, go upstairs. You waste time. Wait, the thought you said upstairs. Not upstairs? Well, I guess upstairs from the basement. Okay, yeah, there ain't nobody around here. The Farlands have now been reached. Thank you for the... Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't come up with a voice for her. Was this the door here? She gestures to the new stairwell, perhaps redundantly, but her disbelief seems plain. Volum, Rasmine and I, outside we tarried but for a moment. Where is Malthi? Didst thou see... She starts again trying to have you orient in the timeline of her fragmentary anecdote. My Volum, Rasmin, in and down they went just now. We heard cries. Prithee. Nika seems to grope for words, genuinely alarmed. Gesturing again towards the revealed stairway. Okay, they're downstairs. Yeah, I was like, this didn't look like... this looked more like secrets behind the bookcases here than this spot, but... We shall fly away. Goodness. That is a large area. Rasmus stares into the strange chamber ahead. They notice you askance, but continue to observe. How quickly must Mal hath moved. Yet here again doth flail, and in nothing seem to swim, as if upon some unseen ocean ocean slumbered tossed. To the fore, O Magnus, the hour is thine. Didn't get anything out of that one. The fretful patriarch crane's torso first appeared into the passage like a child who not violate the domain of adults. Past him in the room without precedent, the boy Mouth lies on some altar, asleep. Asleep. It's asleep. Cult implements surround him. Unwholesome sounds issue from the high-vaulted narrow room. Old Volum stands by in tense reserve. His fingers contemplate the scabbard of a small dagger. At your approach, withdrawn. Now, this I here on God. Do I vow, Maven? American that said not, and lest of a damned hidden room. Surely he, young Mouth, hath slipped past us while yet asleep to oped. There we go. We leapt too, but then on sight of you, cursed Pagany, wise Rasmin said, till come the Maven, hold thy peace. Of Mouth, is he? Thou hast seen traces of such like this. We still stand thy second as thou dost inspect the scene. Pray, do cry out, if... He closes his mouth woodenly, conjuring no plausible contingency here. The kiddos in here? I wish to play a card game and battle for my soul, but I suppose I shall battle for the soul of the child instead. Also, goodness, this meow 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 meow. Second best witch here. Second best witch art here. Good. I smell metal of shining ilk, faith, the coveting kind, and oils of anointment commingled with, an altogether less holy admixture. Okay, there's something up with this. Might I also talk to you? Mr. Chop glances at you, if hardenedly briefly, but a low, rising growl comes from his throat as he surveys the scene. I doubt you have anything to say. You just decided to move to a different spot. The boy whimpers in his throat, but for the phlegm it is almost melancholic. He has sweated through his shirt to stain the table beneath. His eyes snap to you briefly. Though, that is not your face, though I know it from somewhere. The lad's gaze loses you, slipping sidelong to dart softly between coordinates unknown. I am asleep. He doth tell me so directly. Ceased. I am still, for I dare not wake me. I meant no mischief me, this only, as manded, telleth thee will he, if faith... His words strangle. His back arches too far, mechanically. No pain registers on his small face, which is somehow worse. Once, twice, then slacken. The boy doth possessed by some demon of some such. Boys to say, Oh, carving out the little figurines. Interesting. Or, maybe not figurines. Is there like an upgrade menu some here or something? Is that what this is? We shall learn. No more fever this. Preludes past and all unheard. 'Tis possession's overture, and here a contract on the lad's soul. Bell Raven hops away from the child. Takes in the rest of the room's contracts. On monstrous spindles they hang, waiting in the wings. But one stray leaf, I fear, from a family tree. Sidelong, the bird now surveys a legal stamp, its strange grip sculpted into a human likeness. Mouth, the same as the effigy of American, and the care of the fiend. One eye. Mistress, spake not of this. To her own familiars, alack. Come, at thine elbow, lay by all innocence. Moves to mouth to yon chair, and prepares thou the ritual components. The work begins. She sacrificed the kid instead of her own soul? I guess to the grandchild or something? The poor lad thrashes adrift in some lightless ocean, ready for the words drown in the hold. Oh, begin ritual. There we go. We're actually gonna play the game. It's not just the adventure part of it. You shoulder mouthy? I still don't know. Into the chair next to you where a client sits. You brandish the ritual herbs under his nose and mouth, then show him the needle that will take a sample of his blood for the ritual. Troublingly, he volunteers his finger automatically, as if rehearsed. Also, that's a heck ton of blood! For just a little, finger wound, though. The game part of the game is actually starting now? Well, I guess the choice part of the game. Well, I don't know. I guess the conversation trees were partially choice. I guess a choice that you could... you could see all of the options in the dialogue tree. But this, yes. I think I might actually be able to lose the game now. What in the world is that? It's heckin' cool, though. Jeepers. Ah! Oh my... Vervigild. As one-eye's agent, dost thou claim him? Well, tender thy receipt. The great gold leaf contrivance responds, clicks, and shrieks softly at metal muffled by its long robe. Lo, a tendering! A new magus is come. Match wits with thy Vergild. Wilt thou? I, the very graft of Castellanau. Think, witch, what is yon whelp to thee? You bleed under the document near your client's contribution, consenting to act as a proxy. Boldly thou dost wager thy blood, yet flesh is base ribbonry to dress the true prize, thy soul. V must accept thy challenge, the battle of wills begins. That is one monstrous emissary there, isn't it? Bargain with Vergild. To all accusers is the court both sire and dam. Thus, e'en now, the devil's bound by his own very ancient law. His own law. I don't know why. This Vergild is a lord of hell. Vizier to one eye. A lawyer, greedy even for his ilk. No offense mean I. No offense, you just insult him and say, he's the worst lawyer ever. Yet mark, no rule is in fire writ upon eternity. It merely lingers until challenged. For what law but long-tongued discourse betwixt abusers? In sum, the bargain of thine own luck, here be artisan. Revised the pact by offer, bid and counter, e'en with his tricks. Wilt thou beat the devil at his own game? Okay, finally, choices. I was good on conversation. I willingly went into as much conversation as possible, but either that or it's more tutorial. Most rituals contain rounds of bargaining, where you and the demon vie over contractual boons and banes that are permanent. Banes are negative boons that empower the demon. Oh, I thought it was past 9 o'clock. Banes are negative boons that empower the demon. Select a boon you want, or a bane you don't, with that to place a chit there. The demon will do the same. Oh, okay, so you can say, I want to do this, or no, you can't have that. Interesting. Gain 2 armor at the start of every battle. The first allied creature played behind another allied creature in battle gains Tunnel 1. That seems somewhat useful. The first allied card drawn each turn costs an additional 1. I don't like that killing my economy there. The first allied creature placed each turn immediately takes 1 wound. I dislike that too, because if there's thralls, then they're just going to immediately die, meaning I can't play thralls. Don't kill my economy, though. That's really what I want. Oh, I can... Oh! You get 3 chits per bargain round, which are placed with that and recalled with that. Bids are hidden until all are spent. Confirming reveals them. Well, I don't want you to have this. Just none of that. Let's just see if that's not good. Okay, you wanted this one, but at least you didn't get this one. And I guess I wasted that because I didn't get either of these. Although I had to... So did this say that this... Okay, this bane would be discarded, and this bane is applied. I don't like that at all. If I play any thralls. Oh, and then, yeah, they just put everything on this. This is the first of 3 rounds before the bargain takes effect. You'll have 2 more opportunities to tilt the results in your favor. So I'm still not into the actual playing cards kind of thing. Each ritual is a contract, and any contract can be exploited. In this upcoming room, your familiars can eke out revelations. In revelations, it can modify other exchanges. There's so much on top of this. Your familiars press the text against itself, clause upon clause. They uncovered a paradox. One hand binding, with the other hand forbids. A contract in contradiction carries no standing. With this, the ritual tilts. Revelations enter your grasp. So you get more boons? Revelations are a currency of secrets spent at bargain, boon, bane, pact, and forge rooms. Oh boy. To adjust their offerings. Well then, do I want to do combat with a minion that's weak for a pact exchange? To exchange 1 pact for another to change the deck? Or just select a temporary boon? Or I could also go to this forge to modify a pact and improve the deck. I get some health and a bane. Select a temporary bane to bear through this ritual. Modify a pact. And then a boss. I like this red scary one. Let's go with general that-away direction. Trivial battle. Fine, time is our coin. Thou must borrow. Mark me. By dawn wilt thou beg. It's a sullen, maybe. Each Vanguard and Bonded Familiar has a unique and powerful boon. Examine them in the tray above to see how to use their power. Yeah, okay, so yeah, everybody, family, and familiars. Fetch replacement. The first 2 manually discards each turn are replaced with a freshly drawn card. Creatures with 0 strength have the sneak keyword. Sure. Have anything that does that? I wanted to actually play the game. This was a much bigger game than I thought it was. I saw this and was like, okay, yeah, I can do this. Or I could just do a little bit of damage. Let's just get some stuff on the board. So far, the only thing I don't like is the fact that the cards are backward in terms of... It's listed 2-3 here, but then on the card it's listed 3-2. It's the only thing. Yeah, I do be yawning. I do be yawning. This is... What? You already mentioned this, right? Cards with the resolve symbol have a special effect during the resolve phase at the end of the turn. Why? It's like I didn't... Was this? Yeah. Okay, you there. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna wait until they do like a thrall or something. I don't really need to just poke them for damage there. Yeah, but it also do be late. It do be late. Enemy discarded teamwork. They're not a team? They're not working together? Lo, a daring affront. Yet what wilt thou do for it? Pray? I think I missed a letter when I read that. Ye gads. I dislike this. It gives something when it dies. Gives +1 energy, mana, or whatever this is. Well, you shall die. The owner's symbol means this effect applies to the eye belonging to the owner of the card. Okay, so it gives extra energy when this dies. Okay. It gives extra energy to me when this dies. Then we snipe you. We snipe you. Oh, those are both 0 energy, so then I still have an opportunity to target an owned creature to destroy, spawn a beast in its place with the originals, plus more. Oh, and this also gives me an energy back. So now I get a big fat lamb. That's not a lamb. That's a stunted monstrosity instead, but... Okay, that's so wild looking. And then you can poke from behind this. So, have at thee. Yay! I have done some damage. That's a wall. It's just straight up with the... is that thy full measure? For now it is, yeah. Rude. Topples forward when it dies, dealing 1 damage to all enemies ahead. Obnoxious. But it's got 2 health on it. Now I have this immolator. Deals 1 damage to itself and enemy neighbors, then slides forward 1. Okay, sneak can be placed on the opponent's side of the battle line. During resolves, moves in the indicated direction along the battle line. But there's not spaces in between these things, though, right? How does that work? Heals 1 from its host and allied neighbors. We're gonna put these back here, I guess. Oh, healing reduces that. Look for a green healing preview to see how many heals are reduced. Okay, heals 1 from its host and allied neighbors. I actually haven't taken any damage. Heals 1 to itself. Assets with the feet can be placed anywhere on the battle line, even on the enemy's side. Okay. I was gathering that from reading the card, but... This chant, which is deal 2 damage to... Not wait, it's... deals 2 health to neighbors when it deploys. Oh, that's also... I do want to keep this thing around as much as I can. I can't kill that. I don't really want to kill that. I don't know. I'm a little confused how these work, but we shall see. Heals. Deals 1 heal to itself. Is that how I'm supposed to read that? Heals 1 to itself and enemy neighbors, then slides. Heals 1 from its host and allied neighbors. Or maybe we just play a big boy. No, I gotta figure out what these do, though. With these heals. I guess we'll slide you into this wall or something? I don't know. Creatures with slide, move X slots in their facing direction, taking any reserves with them. Okay, well, we're just gonna do that, because I don't know, and then we're gonna poke you, I guess? I can't just deal damage with that, so might as well. So I thought it said it topples 1, not 2. I didn't realize it toppled all the way across. Creatures with counters strike back at their attacker X times. This thing slid forward though, right? And it was supposed to be dealing some kind of... Everybody's dying. Is it because of this thing? Can I move you? No, okay, this is just saying that the enemy turn is going to... Everybody's dying. Rude. Okay, I gained 2 armor. Armor's always a weird one, where it's like, okay, that's not health, but then that's... Decaying Husk. Takes 1 health. Deals 1... It's the swords is an attack, but then I'm like, I don't... What is the... Takes 1 health. Deals 1 health to all neighbors when it dies. This does not have the feat for doing this, though. Okay, let's try this then. Maybe here. So you're gonna explode and deal damage to everybody. Which is not gonna kill anything. Okay, so undo, so I can kill that thrall then? So if I go there. There, that kills that thrall at least. And here... Oh, heals from allied neighbors. So then I could steal from some health from the Legion here. Only this is doing the 1 attack? This is not actually going to heal? Okay, whatever. Let's see what this does. I'm still going to get hit by this thing, but... When do you pop? Heals 1 from host and allied neighbors. You just seem like you're gonna die. Hours to spend is that subtle coin. What will we... Something. Did not read that. These cards are just weird AF. Yeah, it's like I'm kind of wanting just like some walls here, maybe. You slid forward and didn't explode and do anything? Okay, the ones that you go past the battle line are a bit confusing. I'm like, I have not figured that out at all. So, do I even have space to put stuff on the battle line? This seems... Oh, I do. I have 1 I can put on my side. Takes damage, and then it heals 1 to all neighbors when it dies. There's really not any neighbors. You're not really going to help me much. I need some kind of wall, so you're going to heal as well. So you can be a nice wall. Speaking of a wall, armor takes health in terms of the eye's health, but expires after battle. After a round? Or after a battle? Oh, invocation, which was place it where again? Invoke. Oh, okay, that. There we go. Sacrifice an owned creature to gain 2 energy. Well, you aren't doing anything, so yes. Because then I can get another big creature here. Okay, takes 1 damage, and then deals 1 damage to all neighbors when it dies. Guess I could try. See, these will actually get through. This big thing will get through those things. I think I just kind of want something in the way. You're gonna heal off of this thing, and these are gonna poke into that. It's just is not looking good, but whatever. It gave health. Hours to spend is that subtle coin. What? Subtle coin will. What to do? Okay. Did this have? This could poke from behind that? Okay, some sacrificial lambs, of which I can't really... Deals 2 health to neighbors when it deploys. I would like to heal this thing. Was that not deploying it? Okay. Give some energy when it dies. On which turn? As in I have to kill these on my turn? I could just get a thing. Takes 1 damage and then heals neighbors when it dies. I guess we'll try this too. I don't know. I'm getting confused here. And then I have no more space for these, right? Yeah, okay, I can switch them. Throw you in reserve so you get killed when you summon. Okay, something like that, I don't know. I'm not getting through this wall of anything at all. So they can attack 1 space through to the next critter. Why is everything dying? Okay, why is the enemy reserve? Wow, everything died. I haven't gotten through their wall of nonsense at all. Okay. Deals 1 damage to itself and enemy neighbors. Then slides 1. Okay, and you have 2 health. It's the one thing, is that I don't like the fact that health and damage here, and then damage and health here. It's the one thing that is weird and confusing to me. I don't really want you hitting me some more. I have the armor to tank it, I guess, so that doesn't matter as much. Yeah, okay, so you are killing these things when you slowly move your way through this stuff. And you're gonna run it. You're gonna attack that though, right? Not the sacrificial lamb. Just give me a basic wall here. These are some neat cards and critters and things. What is this? They put a Rage Whisperer in here. Can be placed into the reserve of any asset regardless of who owns it. Counters 1, attacks whenever. Attacks whenever attacks it once. I think there's a word missing there. Attacks whenever something attacks it once. Right? Attacks whenever it is attacked once. Strikes an additional target behind its primary target. Well, that is just obnoxious AF. Jeepers. This is the first real battle, and it is going so poorly. Okay, but you're gonna blow yourself up and this thing up. Do I have something that does 2 damage? No, nobody does damage. Target takes 2 health, and whatever is behind it takes 1. Target gains 2 health? This is still confusing to me, because it takes... I read that as, like, taking damage. Deals 1 damage to itself and enemy neighbors, then slides 1. The symbols are just a little confusing to me here. Because, okay, it takes damage, then deals damage to all neighbors when it dies. I guess I can put another wall in front of these things. Nobody has any attack. This deck is not... does not feel like a beginner basic deck here. The immolators and the sacrificial lamb and stuff all feel like later game things. The tide of commerce doth against us turn. Our fleet will merely ride the wave. I think I'm doing kind of the same voice for everything at this point. It's late and I'm tired and I want to go to bed, but I also wanted to just kind of finish this. And I say finish as if it's gonna happen anytime soon. It's 9:30. I really should just go to bed. What in the heck is this? A portion of America's dread inheritance. Its sin works against you. Card cannot be played. So it's one of those dead card things in the deck. I don't know if there's a way to destroy that, but jeez. Takes 2. Heals 2, and okay. I guess we throw an immolator in there. So immolate this. That's not gonna. It's 1 damage to everything. It's really not gonna do much. I don't have any good way to damage you. I just need to poke you with the flippin' things, right? Oh, there we go. We just poke you with the thing there. These sundry documents, as one great path doth read, in which are myriad smaller tales of woe contained. By guile did mistress, did the deceased, to make her kinsmen sign away their souls unto her, part by part, methinks. This boy is one such. She got the boy to sell her soul to her? For her damnable life and sins, hell etern must mouth suffer. If ere not, 'tis these cursed packs, each some black misdeed American, unto our client beguiled in sinful surrogacy, that to save him we must now speed to scour clean in some 20 hours. Oh yeah, I forgot that there was a certain amount of time, too. 'Tis exorcism by a rite that doth all papistry preside. Oh boy, okay, I think I'm just gonna have to... Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna have to sleep. I'll have to... I at least played it. I can at least send the thing of like, okay, I played it. It just... This is a much bigger game than I thought it was. I thought I was just gonna be playing Slay the Spire, where it just sort of... Here's some cards. Here's some game. Not the whole story thing, too. 10 packs, bundles of scrolls bound together, form your deck. Here you can improve it by exchanging one of its packs for another. Oh, packs, as in literal packs of cards. This packed exchange room offers 3 choices. Pick one packed to gain, and an existing pack to lose, then confirm the exchange. Neat. So it's a set of cards, as opposed to just here is a card to add. Interesting. Can I see what this is? Has Spark, Redeem. I don't want the burning thing. Immolator, Dampier, Fervor, and Gifting Burdens. Do I need more immolators? I wanted to see what a Dampier is. This is what interests me. It's probably going to be harder to... this packed exchange room offers 3 choices. Pick one packed to gain, and an existing packed to lose, then confirm the exchange. Okay, yeah, so this was the... one of these to lose. I was going to say get rid of the immolators, but I'm adding another immolator. Gains 1 health when it attacks a creature. Takes 1 health. Its host gains damage and heals all on death, kills its host. This target slides 1. This can make reserve move. Okay. Can I not do this and do a different one? Okay. There, basic stuff. Spark, gain energy. That might be easier for me. Grants its owning avatar to slide target creature to its owner's side, giving 1 health for every step moved. Target takes 2 damage, and whatever is behind it takes 1. Nope, we're going easy. Give me the easy. Okay, now get rid of some of these other ones of like moving and... Oh, yeah, so I can get rid of the inheritance stuff a little bit. Yeah, the Flask of Thought is a weird one. Oh, I like having the Sparks, though. And the Sacrificial Lamb isn't really that bad. This is an interesting way to do deck building. To do decks of cards that you switch out. Or packs of cards, rather. Okay. Adjustments made. Expectations duly lowered. Shall V proceed? Oh, that's a W. It's a double V's, I guess. Okay. Okay, can I save this run, or is this run kind of dead? I wanted to go to bed. It's 9:30. I should be in bed. This is the forge where your packs can be upgraded into additional power. These upgrades are different each time you enter a forge. Select one at any time to see what it does. What happens if I try to improve this when I have an inheritance? It's a dead card that doesn't do anything. A random creature in the pact gains a health. Duplicates a random card in the pact. No, please. Not when there's this thing in there. No, no, no. A random creature in the pact gains 1 damage. Okay, I definitely don't do that one. Don't do that one. Not at all. These immolators? Duplicates a random card. I don't want more immolators. A random creature gains more health. These things need to die, though, right? Or they do just slowly do damage over time. Decaying husks, maybe? Where's my, like, big things? Big thing. Can I make a big thing bigger? Random creature in the pact gains more damage. There. Big thing become bigger. Because this is a lot. Give me the symbol to start with. Each pack can only sustain 2 changes. And scrolls can only contain so many keywords. Choose wisely. Does it stay like that, all shiny like? If thou art done sketching lewd grotesques across the rulebook, shall we proceed? Okay, can I lose to the boss real quick? Let's see. 5 health restored to 20. Healing overflowing. 5 revelations added. So I get some back in the black. Today's ledger B. Yet what of the year? Let's see. An unholy Ichor Vial. The maximum health of a demon opponent decreases by 1. The maximum health of a demon boss decreases by 1. Maximum health decreases by 1. Oh, okay. So I could either make the opponents stronger, the boss stronger, or just lose some max health. My max health seem to be doing okay. I don't want to make the fights longer and tougher. Let's make all the fights shorter. No health for anybody. Okay, battle against a very hard enemy. Am I gonna... Thou dost falsely contest this clause. To trial, then. O trusty imps, stand witness. Okay, the robot voice is just... Okay, so you're later. You're, I guess now, since I have it. So, sure. And allied neighbors. And then just poke you because I have it. Okay. I am getting into... Now that I'm finally getting to the battles, it just took 2 hours. It's only been 2 hours? I guess I started late. Elect. Defeat looms over there. The spirits testify to the guilt of the infamed American. That is a lot of energy. Why'd you get so many sheep right at the beginning? And all the sheep got to attack, and... I don't really want to do the immolator to give you a ton of energy for the next turn. Target an own creature to destroy. Spawn a beast in its place with the original. +2. That is for this sheep that I don't have. Spawn a beast in its place with the original +2. Well, okay, that'll make this a nice wall, I suppose. At least. I don't really want to... You're going to get so much energy off of these sheep, but I have to get through them to do damage anyway, so I suppose we'll kill some sheep. You're going to have so much energy for next turn. Yeah, okay, so you can do both a 2-3 and a 1-2. Red is this internal and by exercise. Okay, boy, did they love to talk. It's a robot. It's a robot lawyer, and boy, is it chatty. Target takes 2 damage, and whatever is behind it takes 1. Oh, can you be in a different order? The immolator seems like it might be kind of obnoxious. Oh, this thing wouldn't kill it, but this, yeah, would allow both of these to die. Sure. It's all damage, though. I don't know why the, like, the hearts, the blood things are a little confusing. There's some amount of iconography that is a bit confusing for me. Okay, wait, you take 1 damage and then deal 1 damage to all neighbors when it dies. Oh, this is the one that moves. Still have enough for one of those. Or do I make a giant wall? Do I continue with giant wall or do I do this? Oh, and enemy neighbors. So it isn't enemy neighbors. Well, I guess if they try to do the sheep again, we'll see. I don't know. Okay, that did work out. Hours to spend is that subtle coin. Will, what to do? Target creature on the battle line attacks immediately. Do you have Blast 1 strikes an additional target behind the primary target? Okay. That's how you're dealing damage to me and the thing. Okay, and the immolator's just gonna burn itself out, and that's about it. Great, okay. Well, let's just start with the energy. For sure. Then the immolators just have a hard time doing a lot of damage. They're really weird cards. Deals 2 damage to neighbors when it deploys. I don't have an owned creature. And I don't really want to make the immolator any better, right? Let's do you there. Okay, yeah, so it is... does 2 damage to neighbors when it deploys. Well, that at least kills that. And I don't need the immolator to live. I didn't even use that extra energy. Well, whatever. It's not like the card would have been wasted no matter what. The fluffin' heck is this? Name of the Saints. Takes 1 damage. Its host gains 1 health and damage. Oh, max health versus... well, don't do all of that. Oh, and then because I don't have any target creatures. Okay, well this... wait, this is... the host. Okay, let's make sure that... yeah, I was gonna say that this dies. So both of those are gonna die? Oh, wait, that's where I wanted to do this. And... that's not how I wanted to do this. Ruh-roh. I guess just poke you. I really done goofed that hard. Okay. And then I'm just gonna die anyway, because... all of these things. Each asset of yours on the board gains 1 health and attack and deals 1 damage to you. That seems like a really bad time to play that. Target takes 2 damage, and whatever's behind it takes a damage. And that pokes me. I don't have any flippin'... here we go. I need some flippin' things to put on the board. Okay, you're gonna kill you. Let's just gain some armor. And you're... yeah, Skek, you're gonna kill you. Let's make this even bigger. Now it's a 5/5. And then just deal a damage here again. We're just gonna keep poking you for a damage. It's really not a great way to play. But there, get through my massive wall. And then here you are. Getting close to doing. What do you flipping mean? You also have tunnel? You're a 2/3 that also has to sacrifice an own creature to gain that. I don't have any things that would be good for sacrifice. And now you give me these things. Deals 2 damage when it deploys. Wait, but it's... Deals 2 damage to neighbors when it deploys. But I have to do it on an ally. This is not the right... Oh, I forgot about discarding. That would have been a very good thing to do. Okay, because now I can do this. To then sacrifice it and gain 2 energy. Which will then let me put almost everything. We're just gonna do the 2 big ones. There we go. Lots as big as it can get. We're going green now. This very much seems to be a red deck with all of these sacrificial things. And then we're going attacks whatever attacks it 2 times. Oh, I guess that does make sense. Attacks whatever attacks it. Yeah, okay, so I was just reading funky last time. That's obnoxious. Can I kill that? Gives its host 1 attack. You have no health, though. You're about to die. All these immolators. These immolators are such weird cards. Oh, I can't put any more things on the board. Meaning I also can't do that. That is one of the problems with deck builders, is you get stuff like this, where you're like, oh, I can't use these 4 cards, so I guess I can give 1 attack damage to you. And then that's it, because none of these I have space for. Oh, I forgot about the reserve thing. I can put you in reserve, like here, maybe? Sure. Okay, now that I got some big creatures, my luck seems to have turned around a little bit here. There we go. Can I just poke you? Target creature on the battle line attacks immediately. That really does not do much to me, luckily. Okay, everybody's gonna die. More immolator stuff. Oh, and then I can discard that. How many discards do I even have? Oh, there's 2 cards left in the deck, but I did not see how many discards I have. Wow, this guy does so much damage. If I could remove this thing and have it do its damage, that'd be heckin' nice. There's no way for me to do that, though. So I guess the zombie, it deals damage to itself and then deals damage to neighbors when it dies. Oh, yeah, okay. It's basically all my discards for all these immolators. I don't need immolators right now. Okay, we're gonna just put you in there, I guess. I don't know. Everybody's gonna die. That was not a good move. I don't care. And I had some energy to play more immolators. That's not necessary. Oh, yeah. Forgot that it does that attack. Enemy discarded hollow. Am I gonna be going into the next fight with 4 health? Provided I survive this fight? So many immolators! That's all I get. Okay. Do that, I guess. Yeah, because there's nothing else in my deck. I can't. It doesn't redraw until later, I'm assuming. Okay, you do 2 damage. You'll kill that thing. I just need to do 1 damage. Okay, I was gonna say, hopefully that's enough to kill you. Oh, that was a boss. Okay. Thy web expands, young man. Just Magus. But, okay. Here. Smarter than thee, me, withal and sundry, doth think himself this were-guild. Okay, that's what that is. Were-guild. More merry we, for if 'twere not so, no devil would sore deal. Goodness. 'Tis our charge to tempt his ilk betwixt our own temptation straight into the honey trap. Okay, well, that was the bidding round 2. Okay, I'm going to bed. It's too much. I gotta sleep. I didn't realize this was gonna be multiple hours of stuff. There ain't nobody here. Everybody went to bed. Like sane people, right? And ain't nobody know what this game is either. Did I not have any kind of Twitch pulled up? I didst. And it is not, there ain't nobody here. Again, I gotta kill the stream early. Okay, well, at any rate. Oh, I said I was gonna leave a review. I will leave the review tomorrow after I play a little more, I guess. If I play a little more. But no, I we'll see. I was trying to get a full round in, but I didn't realize how big this game was. This is a big game. Okay, but goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Bye.